your English podcast.
Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome to this deep dive. Today we're looking at, well, a whole load of source material articles, some research notes, all zooming in on mastering small talk.
Right. Something often brushed off as superficial.
Exactly, but these sources really argue it's pretty fundamental for building connections, relationships, that sort of thing.
And what's really interesting, I think, is they don't just talk about it. They give actual techniques. One that really jumps out is something they call active observation.
Active observation. Okay, sounds maybe a bit clinical.
It does, a little. But the idea itself is actually quite simple. It just means consciously, deliberately noticing details about people around you.
Details like what they're wearing or holding.
Yeah, or even say how they carry themselves, their demeanor, maybe something in their workspace if you're in that environment.
Okay, so you notice these things. Then what? What's the mechanism here, according to the sources?
Well, the power move really is using that observation. So you mentioned the detail you notice. Maybe it's a compliment, maybe just a simple question about it.
Uh-huh.
And doing that, the sources suggest, taps into something quite basic psychologically. It makes the other person feel seen.
Seen and maybe appreciated, like you've actually paid attention to them specifically.
Precisely. It signals you're interested, you've noticed something unique or interesting about them, and that, apparently, is a really effective way to build rapport almost instantly. It helps kickstart the conversation.
So it's not just randomly looking around, it's noticing with the intent to connect.
Exactly. Intent to acknowledge. The sources have some good examples, don't they?
Yeah, like complimenting a cool pin on someone's jacket or asking about a book they're reading.
Or even, something like, hey, your desk setup is really neat. Simple things.
But, and this seems important, the sources really hammer home the sincerity point.
Oh, absolutely critical.
Yeah.
It has to be genuine. People are apparently very good at sniffing out fake compliments or forced interest. It's the authentic observation that works.
Right. No one likes feeling like you're just saying something to say something.
Exactly. It backfires if it's not sincere.
Okay, so if this is a skill, how do the sources say you can, like, practice it, get better at actually noticing things?
They do offer some practical steps. One idea is just to start small, low pressure.
Yeah.
Like you're waiting for coffee, pick someone, and mentally note, say, 3 specific things about them. No judgment, just observation.
Just building the muscle memory for looking.
Yeah. Another suggestion is to mentally practice turning those observations into potential opening lines, even if you never say them out loud. It connects the seeing part with the potential speaking part.
Ah, okay. Like building little conversational pathways in your head.
Sort of, yeah, getting the habit down.
And the sources are clear. This isn't just for, like, parties or coffee shops, is it? It's broader than that.
Oh, definitely. They present it as pretty universal. They give examples from, say, business conferences.
Like noticing someone's tie or the notebook they're using.
Yeah, or at a networking thing, maybe commenting on some interesting bit of company swag someone has. Even in someone's home, that's a really striking photo. The key is just adapting the observation to the context, making it appropriate.
Got it. But, starting the chat is one thing. What about keeping it going? Small talk isn't just the first sentence. Do the sources cover what comes next?
Oh, yeah, that's a huge part of it. Active observation is presented more as the opener. The sources then definitely dive into Things like active listening.
Right, actually hearing what they say back.
Yes, really absorbing it. Using nods, eye contact, those little verbal cues like, uh-huh, or okay, that show you're engaged.
And asking good questions.
Definitely. They talk about crafting open-ended questions, ones that invite more than just a yes or no. Questions that build on what you first observed or on what the person just told you.
So it's like observe to open, then listen, and question to continue.
That seems to be the flow they lay out. And they even touch on handling those sometimes awkward silences.
Ah, the dreaded pause.
Right. They suggest reframing them not as failure, but just a natural lull, and maybe using that moment to gently re-engage, perhaps referring back to something said earlier, or even making another observation if it feels right.
And knowing when to wrap up, too, presumably.
Yes, reading the cues for politely ending the conversation is also covered. It's a whole skill set.
So really, the picture these sources paint isn't just about having clever opening lines, it's a whole suite of skills.
That's the core message, I think. It's less about being some kind of super extrovert and more about shifting your focus outwards.
Noticing people, showing you've noticed.
Yeah, validating them with that sincere acknowledgement and then properly engaging through listening and asking thoughtful questions.
Okay, so pulling this all together,
Mhm.
what's the big takeaway from this deep dive?
Well, it seems mastering small talk based on these sources isn't about being loud or slick. It's about genuine presence, really, showing interest in others.
And that active observation technique is like a key to unlock the door.
A really practical entry point,
Yeah.
yeah. It makes the other person feel noticed, feel good, and that eases you into the next steps, the listening, the questioning. It makes connection feel less intimidating.
And it's useful everywhere, apparently. Work meetings, casual chats, you name it.
That's what they argue. Universal skill. And practicing can be simple, like the sources suggest. Next time you're out, just consciously try to notice one specific detail about someone.
Just notice it. You don't even have to say anything at first.
Maybe not. Just get in the habit of seeing. Then you can think about how you might genuinely comment on it, using what we've discussed.
Right. It really makes you think, though. If simply noticing and acknowledging one small detail can have that much impact, making someone feel seen, valued.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the start. It poses an interesting question for you to consider. What potential for connection might you unlock if you really leaned into mastering this whole suite of skills the sources describe, starting with just paying a bit more attention?